Students, welcome to my video number 61, and in this video I am going to discuss question answers of this lesson, the poem that we did in my previous video, House with the Grey Gate. Now before discussing question answers, we need to see the poetic devices used in this poem, and first we will have to see what is the rhyme scheme of this poem. What we see here, gate is, if we give gate A sound, open is B sound. A, B, knits is another third sound. So A, B, C, wind. Wind is also not rhyming with any of the previous last word sound. So A, B, C, D, ears. This is another sound. Then garden and open are rhyming here. So what we see, the rhyming scheme of first stanza is A, B, C, D, E, B, and out is again F. That is, out is not going with any of the previous sound of the last word in each line. So only we see that open is going with garden. So that we can make it B, B sound repeated here. Rest of the sounds are all different. So A, B, C, D, E, B, F. That is the rhyme scheme of first stanza. Second stanza we see here of 6 lines. House, life. Completely different rhymes of the words. So these are not rhyming. House and life. A, B. Street is also not rhyming with any of the previous word. So C. Seeds and weeds are rhyming. So what we see, the rhyme scheme of second stanza is different than the first stanza. A, B, C, D, D, and creaks is another sound. Seeds, weeds, creaks. So A, B, C, D, D, E. Creaks is not going with weeds because there is D sound. So this is the rhyme scheme of the 2 stanzas. Next we see the poetic device used in the poem. Alliteration is used in some of the places. For example, skyscraping street. The SS sound is repeated in the 2 consecutive words. Scattered seeds, again S sound is repeated here. So these are the 2 examples of alliteration here. One we see hope stubborn as weeds. The example of one simile is also given, that is comparison of hope being as stubborn as weeds is given here, which is also a poetic device. So these you will mention in your copy, the rhyme scheme and the different poetic devices used in the poem. Now let us see the questions what are given at the back of the chapter. The first question under A is an extract based question with extract based question, and under B we see 5 questions are given. So let us begin now. The extract is expecting someone though no one comes nor has come for years. This is an extract from the poem. The first question is, who is expecting someone? We know the old woman is expecting someone. Why do you think nobody comes? We think nobody comes to their house because the children might be living in different parts of the world and they are too busy in their lives to come and visit their parents, which is not a good thing. So that is one reason, and that could be one reason. And another reason that nobody comes to their house could be due to they are old people. Very less people spend or like to spend time with old people. So they are not very happening, or they are not very lively. So that could be the reason that nobody comes and spend their time with this old couple. So this you will mention in your answer. Question 3 is, do you think the person still has hopes? Give reason. Yeah, we know that the person still has hopes. That is, the old woman still has hopes because the gate is left open and the creaking sound every time make them peep through their curtain windows. So this shows that their hope is still there. They still expect someone to come to their house and visit visit them and spend time with them. So this you will mention in your answer, that whenever they hear the gate making any creaking sound, they feel that someone has come and they peep out through their window. So that is the answer of this question. Now let us see under B what questions are given. First one is, what are the two reasons for the creaking of the gate? This is mentioned here. The two reasons are due to age. Age means the gate is too old, very old, and the second reason is the wind blowing and making the gate move and create that creaking sound. So this you will mention here. Next one, the little house is surrounded with skyscrapers. We know skyscrapers are tall buildings, towers that we find in big cities. What does this tell us? This tells us that the house is surrounded by skyscrapers. This tells us that this old couple is not ready to leave their old pattern of life, and they do not want to move to any tall building or any tower in any flat that are modernized, and they want to live in their old house in which they had spent their whole life. So this tells that they are not ready to give in to any new kind of development and leave their old pattern of life. Question number 3. The old woman knits and the old man sometimes cleans the garden. What does this tell us about the old people, about the old couple? Now this we can make out that they have a very regular or same kind of life every day they spend. The old woman is most of the time she is seen knitting, sitting on its porch and knitting there, and the old man is sometimes seen cleaning the garden. So this means they do not have any other engagements, no one visits them, so they just spend their time by keeping themselves busy in different activities. The woman knits and the man cleans the garden. So they are not sitting idle and thinking negative or depressed in any ways. They keep themselves busy in different activities which their body permits. Next one, question number 4. What does the open gate signify? The open gate signifies hope. That is, they still have hope that someone will come, so for that reason they keep the gate open. When do you keep your gate open? Of course, we keep our gate open when we expect someone to come. So that is what the open gate signifies, hope. You can write the open gate signifies expectation also. Question number 5. When words are used in poems, they have layers of meaning. This is very important thing, children. Any poem carries lot many meanings. It is upon the reader to get the different meanings conveyed through one poem or one line or one word. So it comes with layers of meaning. A simple way to think of this is that they have a surface meaning and a deeper meaning. Poem always carries a deeper meaning. Some examples are given below. Infer the deeper meaning of the words in the poem. So you have to fill up this chart given here. What are the surface meaning of these different phrases used, and what are the deeper meanings of these phrases used? So this you're going to complete yourself, and this will also make you get deeper into and think deeper about the message of the poem. So that's all about here. We find something to discuss and write, which another thing we see here, read to appreciate. We see here the different poetic devices are given with example. As just now I also discussed about the simile stubborn as weeds. So that is simile is a figure of speech where two things are compared. Find other examples of simile in the poem and use them in sentence of your own. This I expect the children to do themselves. and complete these similes. Use them in sentences of your own. Some similes are given which you have to by using these similes you have to make sentences. So this one is you're going to do yourself in your and write it down in your note copy, in your notebook. Now what are the different things that you're going to include in your notebook, that you're going to write in your notebook? First, of course, the name of the lesson. Then you will be writing a very short summary of the poem and draw any picture related to the visualization that we get through this poem. The same you can draw, or anything that you can imagine or visualize after understanding this poem. So anything that you feel like you can draw here related to the poem. After that, you will write down the word meanings, which are very less, only 2 words are given here. So you will write down that in your copy, and then question answers, and that's all. So this is all about here for this lesson, students. We'll get to see you in my next video. Take care everybody, and God bless you all.